had much. So to win, I don't need much. Good morning, Ghana.
Hello and welcome to Joy News at 6. The news is live on Joy 99.7 FM and Hits 103.9 FM in Accra. In Kumasi, we are on Love 99.5 FM and over 30 affiliates across Ghana's 16 regions, including ATL FM, Cape Coast, Might FM, Tamale, Bewa Radio Yendi, and in Kiligi FM Bole. Get radio, TV, and online content on the myjoyonline.com interactive app for Android and iOS devices. Coming up, new court documents expose Cecilia Dapa's refusal to disclose ownership and sources of stolen money found in her home. Details as she invoked her constitutional right to remain silent by refusing to provide information on the ownership and sources of the amount of money reportedly stolen. Also, the Attorney General has indicated his intention to push for a daily trial in the prosecution of Men's Gold CEO Nana Appiah Mensah.
That this is a matter that we must apply to the courts for an expedited hearing.
In business,
IMF officials expected in town this weekend for first review of Ghana's program. More on the Joy Business Report.
Also, La Agbese fisherfolk expressed concerns over incorrect computation of the fishing season, reporting empty nets despite close season.
The time of closing season is not going well with our fishing. Therefore, the time should be reversed to maybe June.
We'll hear from consumers as well as who are worried the dry spell is pushing the price of fish up. I am Amisi Yamiche Thompson. Thanks for staying. Now, new court documents have revealed former Sanitation Minister Cecilia Dapa refused to provide information on the ownership and sources of the amount of money reportedly stolen from her home and the cash sums discovered by the Office of the Special Prosecutor there. According to the fresh court documents filed by the OSP, the former minister also invoked her constitutional right to remain silent by refusing to provide information on the ownership and sources of the amount of money reportedly stolen. There's more in this report.
According to the Office of the Special Prosecutor, the former minister also claimed that she owns an undisclosed and unidentifiable part of the sum of 2,862,000 cedis and 7 Ghana cedis retrieved from the said residence. She claimed that some of the money was received as certain allowances and revenue from a cosmetics business, which she registered under the name Demacare Cosmetics as a sole proprietorship. However, the OSP's investigation revealed that Cecilia Dapa is not the registered legal owner of the said business enterprise. The official records of the Office of the Registrar of Companies reveal the proprietor of Demacare Cosmetics as one Marian Ibua. The special prosecutor says the money was craftily concealed in wraps, polythene bags, clothes, 32 envelopes, and were buried and secreted in obscure places in the residence, some with labels and descriptions. Audio-visual recording of the search revealing concealed cash sums of money have been given to the court as evidence. The OSP's criminal intelligence further suggested that Cecilia Dapa, as a Minister of State, was engaged in an undisclosed and undeclared real estate business in which she obscured and concealed the transactions by employing the use of aliases to avoid detection of the actual ownership of the business and properties, while cleverly receiving the proceeds of the transactions in her bank accounts and investments.
And that was a News Desk report. Still in court, the Attorney General says the state will push for a daily trial in the criminal prosecution of the CEO of Men's Gold, Nana Appiah Mensah, who pleaded not guilty to 39 counts of offences, including money laundering, carrying on deposit taking without the requisite license, and lawful deposit taking, among others. The Deputy Attorney General, Alfred Tuayabwa, says the state is set for trial.
This is a matter that we must apply to the courts for an expedited hearing. So at the case management stage, we'll put up that application and request the court, subject to the court's convenience, to have this matter heard on daily basis. We want this matter to be heard so that those depositors can know their fate, so the accused person can also know his fate. The property that we have may have to be auctioned so that we give it to the depositors. So we are looking at various options. But to us, our main aim is to prosecute him, and if need be, if he's convicted, he should be made to face the law.
Meanwhile, the leadership of the aggrieved customers of Men's Gold have expressed satisfaction with how the AG is proceeding with the case and wants their members not to get involved. Isaac Nyako is the chairman of the aggrieved customers.
We are more than pleased to even mention that he is in to apply for a daily persecution of the case. We are more than pleased, and we like the way things are going. Quite a number of the figures that were mentioned from the customers had this disparities, for which reason we need to amend those figures with the Attorney General.
Isaac Nyako is the chairman of the aggrieved customers of Men's Gold. Let's head now to the Upper West region, where first-time voters risk missing out on the limited voters registration exercise at the district office after torrential rains left portions of the Nyori road network unmotorable, cutting off prospective registrants. Economic activities on the Bulenge Katwa Yala stretch has also grinded to a halt. Joy News Upper West regional correspondent Rafiq Salam reports.
The Wa'is district, apart from being one of the poorest districts in the Upper West region, has arguably the worst roads in the region. Having access to its district capital, Alfansi, is one of the challenges faced by the people, irrespective of where one resides in the district. Using the Wabuleyayo route is the worst and gives commuters nightmares.
We can't communicate between community to community. Even accidents here and there. Night, for instance, you can't move.
With the limited voter registration ongoing in the district, several prospective registrants have been cut off due to the bad nature of the road. The Wa'is district office, after 7 days of the limited voter registration, has only been able to register 261 prospective voters. The Wa'is member of parliament even has to truncate his monitoring visit to the EC district office at Fonsi.
I think it's a very, very big constraint to us in accessibility, but also to the exercise of registering new voters. I'd like to use this opportunity to call on government and the Electoral Commission, for that matter, to consider opening an additional registration center for the Wa'is district.
Reporting for Joy News, Rafiq Salam, Yango Yiri.
Meanwhile, government is working to build a temporary bypass to replace the mesh sections of the Bole-Bambwe-Mwa highway that cut off the Upper West region. Roads and Highways Minister Kwesi Amakwata shows the roads will be fixed in a week.
So work has started in earnest. So within a week, and I want to make that promise. So watch my lips. I'm saying within a week, this road will be established temporarily for vehicles to pass. And then the next few weeks, permanent works will be done. And
Mr. Amakwata has also directed officials of the Bole District Assembly and NADMO to regulate the activities of canoe operators, including their fares. Now, it appears Ghana may wrongly be computing the fishing season in the country. That is the concern of some fishermen at La Abese in the Ladade Kotopon municipality. They say they are unable to make any meaningful catch despite religiously observing the closed season. But right after the season, fishermen are unable to make any handsome catch. Here's Ramat Bashir's report.
Prices of fish is soaring as the commodity is in short supply. At Saide's Kenke joint, fish is costing an arm and a leg, and consumers are worried.
It's from 8 cities, so fish are very expensive now in Ghana.
I bought a little Kenke with fish. I tell you the price of the fish, and secondly, they do count.
It's 6 cedis, that's the red fish. And the kpala is 15 cedis, and this one is 8 cedis, 6 cedis, 8 cedis, and 7 cedis.
It is Saturday morning at La Abese Fishing Center in the Labadi community here in the Greater Accra region. Fishermen here are frustrated about the unusual state of their catch, which is already threatening their livelihoods. The chief fisherman, Henry Odoipeku, says despite the closed fishing season, they are not making enough catch whenever they visit the sea.
The time of closing season is not going well with our fishing. We don't argue with the government, but what we are saying is the time of July is our bumper harvest. Therefore, the time should be reversed to maybe June. The closing season may be reversed to June rather than July.
Ramat Bashir's report read to you. Now, before we go, President Akufo-Addo will take his turn to address the 78th session of the UN General Assembly later today in New York. It is under the theme Rebuilding Trust and Reigniting Global Solidarity, Accelerating Action on the 2030 Agenda and its Sustainable Development Goals towards Peace, Prosperity, Progress and Sustainability for All. We'll definitely be bringing you updates on that in subsequent bulletin. And that's it for this morning's bulletin. In our top story, new court documents exposes Cecilia Dapa's refusal to disclose ownership and sources of stolen money found in her home. I am Amazing Amateur Thompson. Business is next on the Super Morning Show.